All right, so this is Jurassic World Rebirth. It's the latest Jurassic World movie. It's directed by Gareth Edwards. I did not like those last couple of Jurassic World movies. I like the first Jurassic World. I like Chris Pratt. I like the stuff going on with dinosaurs and things like that. I think it worked for the most part, even though it was a pretty dumb movie. But those other two, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, I did not like those at all. After Dominion, I was like, okay, this needs to be done. This is very much a creatively dead franchise. Obviously not financially because they still make money. That's why we got this one. This movie definitely proves that this is a creatively dead franchise. All right, so in this we have Zora Bennett, played by Scarlett Johansson. She's kind of like a mercenary type character, and she's approached by Martin Krebs, played by Rupert Friend, and offered ridiculous amounts of money. I think it was $10 million to go on this mission. So if you remember the other movies, the dinosaurs are all over the place in cities and stuff like that, but at this point they're dead or dying in those places, and there's only certain places they can survive. So he has this mission for saying, hey, we can put a team together and go to that island so they can collect the blood from the dinosaurs on that island. The biggest dinosaurs that are on land, in the sea, and in the air. So this is a suicide mission, but whatever. So they get a team together also with this scientist, Dr. Henry Loomis, played by Jonathan Bailey. And they go on this this mission to this island, and of course things get dangerous, things don't go according to plan, and people start dying. Positives: what you can get from the characters here, which are flat and they're archetypes, and you don't get much from them. It's because of the performances. I think the performances are good. Scarlett Johansson, I think, is good. This other mercenary, Duncan Kincaid, is played by Mahershala Ali. I think he's also good. Jonathan Bailey is the scientist. I mean, that character is like a caricature of a scientist, really. I mean, these are all archetypes and stuff, but him, I mean, with his costume design and his glasses and the way that he's acting, very much a caricature of a scientist. I mean, they get to the point where he gets to interact with a dinosaur, and he looks like he's about to come in his pants. Like, it's ridiculous, but I think the actor does a good job. The dinosaurs, I think, look good. The CGI is good. There's certain points where they don't look all that great next to the humans, but for the most part they do. And there's some tension involved with that. They look real. They look like they're actually a threat to these characters. And there's also a part in this, which this is completely predictable when it comes to people dying. There's this one part where a character is set up to very predictably die, and they subverted expectations in that, where like something else actually happened and played out in a different way. And I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay, this is one of my favorite parts of the movie, because you did subvert things. Like I was thinking up to that point, I was like, man, this is so predictable. And the way they did that, I was like, okay, that was really good. Like I already said, these characters are flat. I mean, they're really just archetypes, right? We got these mercenaries. Obviously, we've had mercenary characters in the older movies and things like that. The scientist character I already talked about. We get a family involved in this. Of course, that family has a kid in it, and then you have this rich asshole Martin Krebs that's offering them this money and setting this mission up, and you can predict how things are going to go for him. I mean, it is so, when it comes to the deaths, for the most part, other than that scene I was talking about, it is so predictable. Other than what you can get from the actors, the likability of the actors really trying to infuse some personality into these characters, you can't really get much from this. I mean, the story, the characters, it just feels like it's all just thrown together. Like, okay, well, we got to make this money off this franchise. What do we do? Send them to an island with dinosaurs. Okay, to do what? Get blood from the dinosaurs? For what? I guess heart disease. I mean, that's what it feels like. It's just kind of, come up with whatever and throw it out there. All right, you don't care about the characters really, or what they're doing. This mercenary group, they're on this mission that is very dangerous and illegal, and it's like, okay, so now when these characters die, you already don't really care about them because there's not much to their character, but they put themselves in this position anyway, so it's like you can't really feel all that bad for them when they die. Because of that, we have this other family in this. Ruben Delgado, played by Manuel Garcia Rolfo. He's there with his daughters and one of his daughter's boyfriend. And that guy's obnoxious. I did not like that character. There's kind of an arc between those two or whatever, but I don't like that character. That family's there because, they're not like the mercenaries. They're not there for money or whatever. They're not putting themselves in their situation. They're just kind of brought along on this mission. And so when their lives are in danger, it's like, okay, they shouldn't even be there. So you do feel a little bit for them. And then also there's a kid. It's got to be a kid, right? A kid to be put in peril, even though we know the kid's not going to die in one of these movies. But you don't really care about them all that much either. There's this arc of Oh, should we give the blood to the rich asshole guy, or or do something that can benefit everyone? Is like, okay, it's paper thin and it's obvious where that's gonna go. You got the mutant dinosaurs or hybrid dinosaurs or whatever. Obviously, that's been a thing in these movies, and so that's a thing in this too. It's just like it's just whatever they could come up with and just throw it out there. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. The only reason to justify making this movie was because, hey, these movies make money and we can make money off of it. And that's it. I mean, anyway, there's some tension here and there, even though it's predictable and the characters are nothing. There's tension, still some tension here and there. There's still some things that work. The score is still great. And, there's a moment of them, looking up in awe at the dinosaurs. I thought that was, even though it's blatantly taken from the first movie, I was like, all right, like, that's all right. And the dinosaurs look good. So there are good things to this, and it's not as bad. Mainly, it's not as bad as Fallen Kingdom and Dominion. So I'm going to give this a rental. It's still watchable, but it's only that. I mean, it is just, it's not real, no real point to it. It's also a little too long for what it is. But anyway, yeah, that's Jurassic World Rebirth. Rental. We're done.